Going live, it says. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Great Goodies, Esserin, Odetta, and Kirk Gordon for being the first three in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance drivers. Shout out to the bus drivers, school bus drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck drivers. Shout out to all the drivers out there. The weather conditions are a bit better now, so somehow in the way go carry a truck, go way up at Canada and all up in the Catskill Mountains of New York and stuff. You're not sliding over no precipice and these things, but still need to be safe out there. I got a few brethren that do that for a living. That's why I always say shout out to the drivers, right? And I know a lot of Jamaicans are Caribbean people rather that do Uber and all the other stuff, food delivery and all that. So shout out to them too. It's a good hustle. People making good money out here doing it. Hint, hint, for anybody who has a car and is unemployed. Shout out to all the good people out there this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work, coming in from work, and big up an extra special big up to the two job people them. Jesus Christ. Yo, manners and respect to you. Manners and respect to each and every clean-hearted, good-hearted person, slow down the party, who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. That way, you're a good person. Shout out to you. Big up and thank you for being here this morning. All right. Hey, the chat room is open this morning. We're giving away a freebie this morning. That means all the people who want to participate but don't have membership for whatever various reasons, you can join the family this morning. We decided to do one a week, but we decided to do it on a random day. So I'm never going to say Monday mornings the chat room's open because everybody is going to flood in on Monday and don't come the rest of the week. So it's randomly open once per week, right? For now. And the rest of the week, of course, is the people who have their membership. They will be in the chat and you will just have to watch them from the sideline and these type of things. I have nothing but water in my cup this morning. I decided that I was going to wake up this morning, reset my clock, get back in the gym, get fit, all these other things. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, very festive. And I was thinking I was going to be out there with my shirt off, showing a big, nice chest and all these things. Well, what really happened was I took a couple of drinks of brandy yesterday, some apple brandy, and then that was the end of that. And then we couldn't wake up this morning and these kind of things. Not to mention my son waking me up at like 1:15. Go, Daddy, the bed is wet. So, you have to wake up and do your due diligence and then put him back to sleep in a dry spot and all these kind of things. And then here I am. Didn't go to no gym this morning. But I still plan on working out. The vibes is broken for Memorial Day weekend, though, because as much as I'm planning about going to Miami and all that, my mind is still like there is no best of the best this year in Miami. And that's usually what we plan around, right? Best of the best, big concert. It's a festive event. It's usually done on the last day in Miami, so you would get there like 3 days ahead. And you have time to party and go to the day party, them night party, pool party, this party, that party. Enjoy yourself a little bit, live life, I was thinking this yesterday too. I don't know who needs to hear this, but get you a shot glass and take a shot and be with your significant other, whatever. Life is short. When I first got out of the military, I was so uptight that I remember I was in school at Kaiser University, right? And there was a female who had just got out the military as well. I came out of the Army. She came out of the Navy, though. But anyways, she was like, it's people like you why I didn't want to stay in the military for too long. She was talking to me, right? She was like, man, you walk around like you got to stick up your ass. Like, everything has to be like dress right, dress. Everything has to be punctual on time. So when y'all see me coming in late sometimes, I say 7:15, I show up 7:30. That's me trying to practice being a civilian again because I was sharp on everything to the point where it was bothering everybody around me in my civilian life kind of thing. Get in the grocery store. Come on, let's go. Aisle 7, get that. Aisle 4 is the milk. Aisle 2 is this. Bread is over here. Let's go. We're out of there. damn, can I just walk around and see some stuff? They might have new things. Well, don't take me with you then, right? That kind of mindset. I'm starting to relax now, though. I'm starting to come down. I'm starting to come back to being a civilian or civilian minded somewhat. Yeah, babe. Oh my God, come here, babe. Oh, you don't have to be in no clothes. Just poke your head in here. I say I'm starting to be civilian minded. What you said?
No, you're not. You're definitely not.
Wifey says no, I'm not. I'm definitely not. You see what I'm saying, though?
Going to the grocery store with him
is what, babe?
Is a whole different ballpark. When you chillax if we in a grocery store, but then again, me understand why you can't relax when you're in a grocery store because people shoot up grocery store and there's a thing there. So I'm just auntie when we go in a grocery store with you.
She antsy when she go in the grocery store with me. She antsy when she go in any store with me. That's funny because this time you were the one that was rushing me out the grocery store.
That's how you normally are. So I guess I
rubbed off on you.
I take on your personality now.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! I need to get.
Oh my God! Okay, so Friday, right? Friday, I'm like, okay, all the kids are gonna be here. The house is gonna be full. So we need to go grocery shopping. We need to get this, and that. What's for dinner? All right, let's mark down. Oh, what do we need to make it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm in everything, right? If she trying to be all relaxed and stuff. Yeah, we're going to have dinner today. And let's see. No, we need to make a decision now. Come on, let's go. I get to the grocery store with her. And she's telling me, she's like, come on, man, we got to go. One more thing. Okay, grab the one more thing and let's go. And I'm like, I'm the one who usually does that, right? So she won't even let me be. She won't even let me come back because if I'm not doing this, she just started doing it. Oh, man. Anyhow, man, I really am trying. I'm trying. So for all the people who, know me and see me a certain kind of way, I'm trying. All right. Just remember, I done been through some things. I done seen some things. I dedicated a whole decade of my life to some things. And I'm filtering back out some of those things. I'll never be 100% like how everybody else is, though. Just carelessly walking around in public. My face glued to my phone. I don't see what's going on around me. I'll never become that. I think I'm fine with that too, because I don't want to ever be that again. But I have to decompress, and I am decompressing. Jim, whatever says, can you stay on topic? Okay, goodbye for you. Removed. Okay. First of all, you're in here for free, then you're telling me to stay on topic. So this morning we have listen, when you come here, just enjoy the show. If you don't like it, then leave. Okay, that's all there is to it. Don't come here issuing any commands, especially if your name is not in damn green. You don't have the right to tell me, okay, talk about this now. Stay on topic. I feel like I'm taking orders. You're not my drill sergeant. You're not my sergeant either. You're not my commander. You're not my company commander. You're not my friggin' squad leader. Leave me alone, man. Anyhow, this morning we're going to talk about dancehall artist Boom Dandamite. For those of you who come up in the 90s or you are into 90s dancehall, then you knew about Scare Dem Crew, which is the most prominent member of Scare Dem Crew is Elephant Man, right? The energy god, Elephant Man, and then of course Harry Toddler. And you have Nitty Kutchi, and then Boom Dandamite. It was 4 members of the group, and Boom Dandamite passed away in the U.S. yesterday or Sunday, right? Yes, that was yesterday. So we have more details surrounding his passing, and I'm going to talk about that. Also share my own story that has to do with something that like what happened to him, right? And this could also be a learning point for us all. We'll send out our condolences again and all that. I did yesterday already. We'll do it again. A local politician tenders his resignation after he was caught. And we have the video. Most of you might have seen this video. Here's a prominent politician, right? City councilman caught sleeping in his car, knocked out, snoring at a rhythm that had people thinking he was fighting for breath or dying. Like, you ever heard somebody with sleep apnea go into their like that? That's what he was doing in his car. Homie was in the car with 2 crack pipes. We're going to talk about his story as well. You can't make this up. Prominent politician found sleeping behind the wheel of his Mercedes-Benz with 2 crack pipes. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. We have the video of him sleeping behind the wheel with 2 crack pipes when the police woke him up, shook him and woke him up. And, you know, the little interrogation that happened after. We'll play that in a minute as well. And Dr. Christopher Tufton, back to this whole salary increase thing in Jamaican politics. You know, the politicians, they got a huge salary raise, 200%. Some got 214%, I believe, on top of a multi-million-dollar salary, as we were discussing last week, that the national minimum wage in Jamaica is $89 or $83.83 per 40-hour work week. Yeah. So the average Jamaican who works that is surviving off and feeding their family off $83 per week, even after going to work for 40 hours of the week. And these politicians decided to give themselves a 200% increase in salary at a time like this. So there's minimal outrage. Jamaicans aren't really people who, they love their politicians more than anything else. That's a fact. So they prefer to worship them and not hold them accountable. So they had a big protest and like 5 people showed up for the protest. No, let's be honest. Probably about 50 people showed up for the protest. And then yesterday I saw it's politics time again and people were out in the streets. And I saw more people there in their green shirts, which represents the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP. They were out in the streets with their flags already again, you know, election time again. And I was like, wow, y'all didn't show up for the protests about the salary increase for your leaders, but you're out here with your green flag again. That tells me you want more of this, right? So, okay, I don't listen to them anymore when they cry, okay? I thank God that my parents probably took me away. Not probably, they took me away when I was really young. So I had an opportunity to be raised somewhere else that had more opportunities, and I exploited those opportunities and made a little something. So I don't have to worry about surviving on $83 for a 40-hour work week. Y'all could be doing better. I really want to talk to the Jamaican people. Y'all could be doing better, but I see now that you have accepted what it is that you're given. No protest at all. It could have been just a peaceful protest. Nothing. So I'm a bit stirred up about that. But then comes Dr. Christopher Tufton, and he leaves a message, a message that I find very offensive to the Jamaican nurses. Now, if you don't know what's going on in Jamaica with the nurses and the teachers, they are being recruited overseas. There was an article in 2016 in the Gleaner where he, among others, said, we cannot match the salary that is being offered by places like the United States of America and Canada and the UK, because that's what these first world countries do. They go to places like Jamaica. They know that they're skilled, trained, highly educated, very disciplined, and they go there and they say, give me your best nurses. We're having a recruit. We need nurses. Send me your nurses. And before you know it, all the nurses in Jamaica are like, hey, man, I go to Canada. Yeah, cause life better over there. At least I can look forward to a steady paycheck. And it's something where I can feed my family and feel like I'm appreciated, right? Like I'm not living like barely surviving. So all the nurses were leaving Jamaica, along with the school teachers, along with, you know, they were looking for police officers too, along with the police officers. So this is where the country stands at the moment. And here comes the Minister of Health to tell the nurses in Jamaica that they need to be more committed to their patient instead of being committed to their pay. You in your party, y'all just got a 200% raise on a multi-million-dollar salary. These nurses been fighting for a better salary for years. The reason they're defecting, the reason they're leaving. So when all the first when all the nurses leave, right? Who's going who's going to take care of patients in hospitals? Don't worry about your focus on taking care of the patients. So he left a long message, and it's a long article, and we're going to get into the article. But I just find it disrespectful how his leader, because he is from the JLP party as well, his leader, his boss, is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, which is the Right Honorable Andrew Holness. And what he said last week when he said, you can't expect, basically, he said, you can't expect good governance from underpaid politicians. So we increase our salary to motivate our politicians to perform better. You know, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's, I was going to say some infantry stuff, but I won't. That's wronger than two in the church on Sunday. Anyways, what he has done, he has opened the floodgates. He has opened the floodgates for other people to say, well, my pay is bad, so take the shitty service. You know, my pay is bad, so take the shitty service. If they pay me better, I'll do better. The police officers are going to say, well, if they pay me better, I'll be a better police officer. But right now, me in a gunman pocket card, that's which part the money there. You can't expect good governance from police when police now get good paycheck. Right now, the teachers are going to say the same thing. Pay me better, I'll teach better. Whole lot of picnic them come out fully done. Right now, right now, doctors can be saying the same. Everybody now is entitled to say the same thing. That is what he has opened the floodgates. And I'm wondering to myself, does Andrew Holness have a team around him that he listens to? Does anybody vet his speeches before he goes out and gives them? Is there a team that says, sir, you take out that line here, you can't say that? Yeah, because if you say that, it's going to make everybody else able to say, well, me a slack off to cause my pay no good. The man literally looked the country in the eye and told them, you can't expect good governance from politicians that are underpaid. So you have to top up the salary and we will perform better. Wow. If it was written, I would have said somebody wrote that. He didn't really say that. I think they made a typo and they need to correct it. But to watch him actually say it, I'm like this. Bright, disrespectful. That is so disrespectful to the intelligence of the people. It's like saying, yo, I'm gonna do a shitty job on your car. Just drop it off at my mechanic shop. I'm gonna do a shitty job on it because they don't pay me enough. I'm not getting paid good here. Okay. So when you get it back, just expect for it to break down somewhere on the side of the road and you're gonna have to bring it to somebody else or bring it back to me again. And I'm telling you that to your face. So hey, you don't have to drop the car off. Let me work. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna work on that car just as about even with my salary. Yo. Anyhow, let's start out with dancehall artist Boom Dandamite first. And you know, leave our condolences. He apparently don't need it because in him head, he's invincible. He's probably over there vetting his own speeches, or he probably has a team, but he doesn't listen to them. Do as I say, not as I do. That totalitarian mindset. Nobody can tell me what to do. Call me a top dog. Yo, I mean name. What them call him again? I mean name, bro. God, you know. I could see him behind the scenes. I mean name, bro. God, you know. Yeah, why you think them call me bro? God, you better respect that. Yeah. Nobody tell me what to say, man. I know what I am supposed to say. You just sit back and just relax and watch me steer this ship. Oh boy. All right. So on a more serious note, Scare Dem Crew member Boom Dandamite has passed. The thing about Boom Dandamite's situation is, as soon as I saw the story and me and wifey I talked about it, I said I had a similar scare, and I said, you know, I think my life is definitely being guided and protected. I'm gonna tell you my story after Boom Dandamite's story. There are a lot of people who are fans of 90s dancehall, fans of Scare Dem Crew, fans of this music, and they are fans of the entertainers. So they want to know the behind the scenes information, not just that he died, right? So here is some behind the scenes information for you to get a better grasp of what happened, why he passed. And again, big head Dr. Christopher Tufton, this was in your league. Why? Watch this. All right, shout out to the Jamaica Loop News first. Former Scare Dem Crew member Boom Dandamite, he died on Sunday morning in a hospital in Florida in the United States of America after suffering a relapse several weeks after a serious car accident in April of this year. Boom Dandamite traveled to the US on Friday, but after he came off the plane, he fainted as a result of some medical complications, and they rushed him to a hospital in Florida, and he died this morning. This is what Kristen Grant, a cousin of the artist, had said. The doctors in Jamaica had actually cleared him to fly. His daughters had come to get him because he was not doing well in Jamaica. Apparently, they live here in Florida. But the US doctors said that he had blood clots, all sorts of complications. He also had pneumonia, so it was very bad. He would have been 51 years old in July of this year. Boom Dandamite's mother, Cherry Sinclair, she's deeply saddened by the news. Of course, it's her baby, right? She had planned to celebrate her birthday on Wednesday, May 24th, which is her birthday, but she will postpone those plans to celebrate in light of the heartbreaking news of losing her son. Boom Dandamite died, leaving behind 2 boys and 3 girls. The crash in which he was injured, that crash occurred on Halfway Tree Road in St. Andrew near a popular bakery on April 27th. Another dancehall DJ, Willful Skillful, was also injured in the incident. And I seen Willful Skillful crying his eyes out because he was like, nah, boom, you tell me say I gotta firm up and fit up and come back again and we're gonna go back on the road and music again and thing, and you just pass like that, left me like that, that kind of stuff. He's grieving. Boom Dandamite was hospitalized while Willful Skillful was actually discharged and sent home. So he obviously wasn't as injured as badly as Boom Dandamite was. Days later, Boom Dandamite, whose real name is Herman Donovan Stewart, he recovered and he was discharged from the hospital in Kingston Public Hospital as well. But his condition reportedly worsened as he was not eating. This was prompting his family members to organize to have him return to the United States for specialized medical attention. Again, this is how the system is on the beautiful island of Jamaica. That's why I encourage everybody. I said, when you're going to buy your tickets, make sure you invest in some travel insurance as well, right? And don't just get like the minimum, barely nothing. Make sure it's the insurance where if anything happens to you, you could be airlifted out of the country. Because I'm sad to say, but especially in public hospitals, it's pretty shitty there. Yeah. And I hate saying it, but it's true. I know somebody came on here the other day and said, SouFLo, I don't know what you're talking about because I got injured in Jamaica and I had the best care ever, even better than what I had in the US or Canada or something. But the person had some money and they went to a private place, right? Okay, so at least one member of the entertainment fraternity was in extreme shock as the sudden news developed. I can't talk right now. This is Harry Toddler. Harry Toddler and Boom Dandamite, a former member of the Scare Dem Crew as well, said, I don't know why they keep using former. I guess because the Scare Dem Crew is not together anymore. But they were reassembling. Big things were happening. Boom Dandamite, along with his friend Nitty Kutchi, Harry Toddler, and Elephant Man, they all formed the Scare Dem Crew back in the 90s. The crew was closely aligned to the general himself, Bounty Killer, who would take them on tours to ensure that they gained exposure. Big up to Bounty. Amidst it all, they scored hits with songs like Pure Gal and Many, Many. Boom Dandamite was slated to perform this coming Reggae Songfest, July 21st, as part of the Boombox 90s Badness, along with the likes of General B, Harry Toddler, King, Jigsy King, Mega Bantan, Nitty Kochi, Silver Cat, Tony Curtis, and others, and just didn't make it there. So there you have it. He was in the hospital in Jamaica. They discharged him. They cleared him to fly. I don't know who cleared him to fly, but they cleared him to fly. Um, his condition worsened. He wasn't eating, all other kind of something. Couple of messages here. One is, I say this all the time, and a lot of people hear me say it and take it for granted, but don't take life for granted. You really, truly, really don't know when it will be your turn to go. He had big plans. He was booked for some fest. Them I got 90s dancehall, mud up the place again, and I'm sure that would have been a hell of a show, right? There you have it. Ends like that. My story in correlation to this story is I got shot. For those of you who've been around on this channel for some time, you remember when I got shot in my foot. Now I'm telling myself, right, that I had my tickets already bought to go to Jamaica, my flight scheduled, everything. I wasn't even gonna drive my own car. I had a rental car, and the rental car was parked right outside my house. This is the day I'm supposed to be leaving to head to the airport. And I got shot that day. And I went to the hospital and I called and I changed my ticket, canceled my ticket, put on another ticket for 2 days later, right? And I got dressed up at the airport. Mine was bad because at the hospital, the doctors were talking about amputation, a metatarsal amputation, right? Which means they would have amputated my toes and just a few inches above my toes. So I mean, I end up with half a foot. I'm in the hospital praying. Nobody pray like somebody with trouble reach, let me know. All the people I'm gonna talk about, yo, I'm not praying, I'm not believing in them something there, I'm praying to work on all this. Wait till little trouble reach you. You're praying a blouse and skirt. Anyway, I'm in there, I pray. I say, God, please, not my foot. Not at this age. I'm too young. I beg you, please. Anything else, but not my foot. No, me no want my eyesight go neither, but please. I'm begging it up. Genuinely. When the doctor came back and said, this is somewhat miraculous because that bullet went right through here, came through here, and no, it didn't hit any bones. We don't have to worry about an amputation. You're a lucky guy. And them pack the wound and them dress it and them this and that. This is me. I'm hopping through the airport. I drove, and this is my right foot for driving. I bandaged up my own foot. Came time to go to Jamaica. I drove. Y'all see my last video coming back from Jamaica? That long walk from the terminal back to get out of the airport to bag collection. Man, I'm walking on the foot, right? And I'm like hopping all through the airport. I'm telling myself nothing is stopping me from going to Jamaica because I had plans to go have fun on that little island in the sun. I sat down at my terminal. I'm waiting for my plane. I'm not paying any attention. A lady sitting across from me said, sir, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why? This lady asked me if I'm okay. She pointed down at my foot and she was like, you look like you're bleeding badly. And I looked down and it was a puddle of blood. My foot was bleeding so badly, the blood was shooting like I just got shot again. And my shoe was so filled with blood, it was coming out through the shoelace portals and all that. Big puddle of blood around my foot. So me now, I had my son with me, right? I had Kosi with me, one of them. And I jumped up and I ran to the bathroom. I'm hobbling to the bathroom like this. This long stream of blood follows me all the way to the bathroom. People are talking. I hear radios going off and everything, right? This is America. They came with the police came, EMT came, emergency medical technicians came, ambulance people, and they came with the police because they're trying to figure out in the meantime, while this guy, the EMT, cocking up my foot and taking care of the foot. And he's like, man, this is a pretty bad wound. Why are you going to go get in an airplane? I said, man, my trip is scheduled, This time my foot's pounding like somebody was hitting it with a hammer out of the blue. And I'm like, oh, my foot hurting. Oh, and the police officer is there asking and writing as I'm speaking. He's like, where'd you say you get this injury again? Right. Mm-hmm. Why are you at the airport with this injury? And later on, it dawned on me: was he involved in any shooting? And was he trying to escape and head to Jamaica? People do it all the damn time. So they're covering all bases at once, right? The emergency medical technician, they put me on a wheelchair, take me back to the other side of the airport, and the emergency medical technician said, "You're going to have to miss your flight today. You cannot fly." And I'm mad. I'm like, I can get medical help when I get to Jamaica. He was like, "Sir, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You cannot fly. It's not that you can't get help there. You cannot fly." And I said, "Why? Why I can't fly?" See, you see, Boom Dandamite's story with the blood clots and all that is exactly what he said. He said, if you go on that plane right now, that pressure buildup in that air cabin is going to form blood clots. And we don't know where these blood clots are going to travel to. They could end up in your lungs. They could end up in your brain. You could have a stroke. You could have a heart attack, you know. And I'm like, if my foot wasn't bleeding, I would have been on that plane. And I probably would have had blood clots. And that's exactly what he said. He said, if you had gone on that flight, there's no telling what might have happened to you. You might have arrived in Jamaica a dead person. I'm like, all right, save me. Cancel the ticket to Jamaica, not seeing me for a while till get better, 100%, all this other stuff. And it took me like a whole year and a half before I could even go back to Jamaica again, right? Because I was bent on going. I understand how Jamaica nice, you know. All on the foot shut off, you know, hobble me, hobble, I'm going, but I couldn't go. So when the story with Boom Dandamite is when he got off the plane, how he fainted, they said he was also foaming at the mouth, right? And then he fainted. And then now the doctor said he had multiple blood clots. And I'm thinking he probably had some internal injuries from that accident and he was still bleeding. And he went up in that air cabin, the pressure from there created those multiple blood clots and started sending them different places. They probably got lodged in his lungs or somewhere else, and hence the reason why he was foaming at the mouth and passed out and all that other stuff soon as he got off the airplane. That could have been avoided had he had proper treatment. Now, the doctors in the US said he was badly neglected. His issues were neglected. Wherever he was at getting treatment, he was badly neglected. So, yeah, again, back to the whole hold your politicians accountable, because when anything happened to them, they're able to fly out and they're able to fly in top doctors, or they're able to access the best, and you're not. Majority of us on the island are not. Because we're money not up like that, and we not rub elbows with the who's of who's like that. So we advocate for the general population of people, right? Boom Dandamite, something could have been avoided. But it is what it is. God knows best. He's not here with us anymore, right? And not adding no insult to injury, it's best to just leave it where it's at. Send out our condolences to his mom, to his family, to his extended family, the whole of the rest of the Scare Dem Crew members, Bounty Killer, all these people who are close to him throughout his lifetime. Seeing yesterday when it happened, I said, I'm not going to go put up no video because I felt like I was going to put a video up that only said dancehall artist died or Boom Dandamite passed away in the US. And it had no substance to it. I had to wait to find out exactly what took place, right? And I didn't want it to be a monetized, oh, Boom Dandamite died. Run some commercial upon it, Google. Okay, make some money. So I left it. I left it till this morning, right? Where more information came out, where we could actually discuss it and in a way that is relatable. If he had proper care in Jamaica, he would probably still be here now. Yeah, that part. Man. All right, so You know, it is appointed unto man to die once, them say. And somebody say, finish the sentence, so flow. After that, then come the judgment and all that. I'm not no pastor. I'm not going to say all that. All I know is we all have a date, destined date with death. And it's a part of our existence. So may Jah guide his soul into the realms of the ancestors, right? And I know for sure his music will live on. He came, he influenced. He was huge in the 90s, and he's still somebody prominent within our industry, and he'll be greatly missed. That. Sad. Sad as hell. All right. Let's move on from that slowly, and let's talk about this crackhead politician. I couldn't believe it. If somebody told me it was true, I would have said, you lying, made this up. Funny thing I realized going on in the U.S. now is this. Anytime a Democrat does something bad, if you see the comments on social media, yep, that's the Democratic Party. That's how the people who vote Democratic are, and that's how the politicians over there are, and that's just a messed up party with messed up people. But anytime it's on the Republican side, they disown that person right away. Nope, that's not of us. We don't know him. Resign today. Bye. But they don't own up to anything. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm neither Democratic nor Republican. I'm not one of the people that stick to a party and always vote for a party. I'm looking at the agenda at all times. One election, you might catch me being Democratic, and the next election, you might catch me being Republican. It's the same mindset that I'm trying to pass over to the Jamaican people, that it's okay if one election I caught you and you had a green flag out there like this, and the next election I catch you and you have on an orange shirt like this, right? It's okay. It will show that you are going towards what is best for the country, what is best for you, what is best for your family and people like you. Not just blindly going with a party because that's my granny was always Democratic and my mama Democratic and my daddy Democratic, so I'ma always be Democrat. That's how they are in Jamaica. PNP are my thing, dog, from my born till now, shower till death, My granny I did shower, my papa, my mother I did shower, me I come shower now, and I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get off that. But anyhow, it was a Republican, it was a Republican politician that got caught. He was out there sleeping in broad daylight in the middle of the street, knocked out. Homie had 2 crack pipes, not just 1, 2. He was overindulging, in a nice brand new Mercedes Benz. Look at the people's tax money. Look at this man. But I have the video. I'm just showing you the picture, the still picture, so you can see him. But we're gonna look at the video in a minute, right? Look at him. Here you go. All right, so here's the story before we watch the video. His name is Matthew R. Riley. He is the city councilman, executive chair of his local GOP in Rhode Island, and he has tendered his resignation. A Republican city council member in Cranston, Rhode Island, has resigned after the police found him passed out in his car with a crack pipe in his hand. That's what the news is saying. I'm reading that straight off the news. NBC 10 WJR obtained a copy of Matthew Riley's 1-sentence resignation. The man didn't, I guess he was too high to write a whole resignation letter. The man wrote 1 sentence. He wrote 1 sentence to tender his resignation. So NBC got a copy of it submitted on Tuesday that announced that his decision to step down as Cranston Ward 6 city council person was to take immediate effect. He couldn't wait. He probably was writing it. He probably was writing it with the pipe. Like, take immediate effect. Resignation. The end. Riley faced calls to resign after the police said that they found him in a parked SUV at around 11:30 a.m. in a bit, before midday. I guess he's saying it's 11:30 somewhere. Somebody on crack. Might as well be me on Monday with 2 crack pipes. and a white rock-like substance in the crack pipes and beside him, which they said, after testing it at the scene, is consistent with crack cocaine. Police tested the substance at the scene and they said it was positive for not only crack cocaine, but also fentanyl. I know a lot of people are going to say now, oh my God, y'all are so insensitive. Why are you making jokes about addiction is a serious thing? You know, only when it applies to certain people. Addiction is a serious thing. This is not a laughing matter. He's probably going through the fight of his life. The report also said that Riley appeared to be sleeping or unconscious while having difficulty breathing, choking, adding that a police officer, opens the door and shook him. They had to shake because they were banging on the window first. He wasn't waking up. They had to open his car door and shake him to wake him up, right? Crack usually make people like antsy though. So I don't know how the crack knocked him out. And fentanyl, oh nah, I think because I've seen people on fentanyl, I think the fentanyl makes them. So he was probably trying to balance the downer with the upper. I don't know. Okay, the report also said that he appeared to be unconscious, breathing difficulties, choking while he's sleeping. Police officer opens the door, shakes him to wake him up. A body cam footage of the incident, which was shared on YouTube by NBC 10, shows Riley claiming that he was choking because, yeah, I have sleep apnea. Police say, you have a crack pipe in your hand. One of the police officers said, but you have a crack pipe in your hand. He said Riley was holding a glass pipe and a lighter. One lighter in one hand, a glass pipe in the other hand. Imagine being so high, right, that when the police knock your window, you can't wake up. And they actually open your door and shake you. And you so high that you still couldn't let go of the crack pipe or the lighter. You just stay there and looked at them. If this isn't caught, I don't know what is. Damn. Fentanyl puts you to sleep. Well, he was doing the wicked combo. Good morning, family. The police said, but you have a crack pipe in your hand. He was like, huh? I do? Pipe? Crack? What's that? Riley was holding a glass pipe and a lighter, which are typically used to smoke crack cocaine. I love how the media likes to mix this. He was found holding a pipe that looked like, or something that looked like it was a crack pipe, bro. Just go ahead and say it. And then it had white substance that looked like, say what it is. Say what it was. Y'all tested it. We're sure it's what it was. All right. So he was holding a crack pipe, typically used to smoke crack cocaine, with the police report adding that he was showing signs of a potential overdose. Rescue personnel said that he was stable and that he hadn't overdosed. Now, in the footage, Riley, who is an attorney as well, said that he had a relapse after 13 years of being sober following a bad divorce. Boy, I mean, I tell you, relationships be starting out good. You be in love. You having babies. You buying a house together. You bringing it in. It's all love. I love you to the day you die. I'll follow you anywhere you go on this earth, through this universe. You are my person. And then your heart get broken by that person so badly, you found some crack. Out of all things, I don't even want no weed. I need something strong. They gotta hurt me, Hurt me. I need something strong. The rest of them, I said, yo, SouFLo, come burn some of the ganja. Yeah. He said, no ganja, dog. Ganja, dog, do nothing for me. What you want? I want a whole heap of white rum and some crack. And crack me want. You know, me can't get some crack. My heart broken. Blood fire. He's been charged with possession of a controlled narcotics, and he is scheduled to appear in court for an arraignment hearing in June. Boy, now that I know it's after a divorce, homie, I'm kind of sympathetic. People go through them things, boy. Be hurt. Cranston Mayor Ken Hopkins said in a statement that Riley, who was arrested on Monday, had made the right decision to resign. so that he could focus on his well-being and his family. Now, you know, if he resigns, right, and he goes out as not being fired, his pension is going to be okay, right? So he got a check coming to him. Either it's going to be a severance pay or it's going to be his pension over a period of time, whatever. So Riley, who also resigned as head of the local GOP earlier this week, did not immediately respond to insiders' request for any comments. Riley says, I don't want to talk to nobody right now. Y'all got me out here looking really bad. And let me set the sound up so y'all can watch this whole thing unfold real quick. I'm giving you the video now. Boy, we gotta take care of ourselves, people. Regardless of whether you white or black or whatever, life gets a certain kind of way sometimes, you know? Sometimes you feel like this is it for you. You not even feel like you want to continue. It get rough out there. But load the crack pipe, brethren. Load the crack pipe. Let me turn this up. Make sure you're able to hear. Why are you coming here with this? Who is this man, Harpo? Who is this man? Poor thing. Ah, boy. I'll tell you what. Had this been, I swear, when somebody said, yo, you seen the politician that got caught in his car, passed out with 2 crack pipes? I said, Jesus Christ, please don't let this be a black man. Please don't let this. I said, please don't let this be a black man, because we had that other one, Andrew, whatever, from Florida. This man was a A-lister that was about to be the next big thing in Florida history. He was about to be Florida's first African-American governor. And they caught him in a hotel room, right, with that boy. Yeah, he was getting to that booty, that boy booty. He was, and he got caught like that. And he's a married man, right? Married to his queen, a black woman with his children and all that. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Not only was it boy booty, it was white boy booty. And you a black man that's prominent. And what, you threw your whole political career away over some white boy booty. I'm just saying, it was embarrassing. I was like, Jesus Christ. So when I heard this, I was like, let me go find this story real quick. Because God, please, don't let it be a brother when we reach over there. When it wasn't, I was like, whew. Can't take another one right now. We can't take another one right now. We still recovering. We are still recovering. Hold on. Let me take this call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Manners and respect, family. What go on?
Yes, it's a minute in Florida, so I really hard like you, you know.
You seeing?
But here what go on, what you think straight, you know, but we have a call this morning and say, towards boom Dandamite thing. Big man thing, see?
Said.
When he meets at the accident, we get the understanding and went to KPH, Instant Public Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I tell you a little history with me, I don't keep up your time.
All right, share it.
I have to go find the work, you know, because I AC work we're doing a further, you know.
All right, so. You're up on the hustling.
2014.
Mm-hmm.
I fall off a building. Not even, I'm my house at Jamaica. Somebody had to break in and become my master bedroom there upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I come out from the balcony in my slippers and out there, waiting at the hours of night there. I slide off it and drop on my break, the clavicle.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Wait, you break your what?
Clavicle. In a Jamaica, we call it collarbone.
Okay, your clavicle, yeah.
Yeah, so I break my collarbone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ross.
I go KPH in the night there.
Mm-hmm.
I go KPH, the nurse come to me and ask me what happened, and I tell her what happened. So she put one of them neck brace around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
The way the cable for break, you know, SouFLo. It never come through the skin, you know. But you can see how the bone pine push up, you understand?
Right.
So I said to her, so watch her. Nothing really wrong with the neck, you know. I'm a collarbone, my break. You know, say this nurse woman look for me and tell me, say, it no break, it fracture. So it's like me never go to school, it's like me don't come here and say, when something fracture, it's different from when something break.
Yeah.
So she keep putting the neck brace on the neck. So when putting on the neck brace now, it affects the bone.
See.
And me under pain bad. So, me allow her to put it on and then me just take it off and fling it in the hospital and listen. My under pain bad and me tell her my bone break and nothing wrong with the neck. And me turn my neck left and right, up and down, make you see. Understand me I say? Anyway, them can't make a injection and things. Me do a little X-ray. Doctor tell me to come back the Monday morning. I go back the Monday morning, the doctor look for me and say to me, watch ya. Them can't do nothing to the bone. Me have to allow it to heal by itself. So when me look for the bone now in the glass, this can't heal by itself. Them give me some antibiotics.
Them tell us you have to allow the bone to heal by itself.
To heal by itself.
Jesus Christ.
So, then give me some medication. Understand what I say?
I'm not laugh, but I have to laugh. Yeah, talk, brother.
Me go home now and me I take the antibiotic them and thing and me I tell her say, SouFLo, you see, after the ribs and them, after time come feel like lick me. After time come feel like lick me the SouFLo.
Under your ribs?
Underneath the rib page there, so you know. So it's like me I say, no man, something not right.
Something wrong.
So me need to go check out a different doctor.
See.
So I'm going to go University of the West Indies.
From KPH to UWI.
From KPH to UWI. When we go UWI, you know, the first thing then do I tell you, we're going to go X-ray. First, before them say we're going to do the X-ray, the doctor said to me, say, how long this happen to you?
Wait there. You have it on speaker or something because you just gone extra low and I can't hear you.
Alright, hold on there. 2 minutes on the chop. They're going to test off and talk to you.
Or Bluetooth or something.
Yo, see, step on the phone. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear now.
So, when we go UWI, the thing up to me in September, you know. But two, me I listen to the doctor them down KPH. The pain a lick me never go a UWI till in October.
Rotten.
So when we go UWI now, the doctor said, how long this happened to you? And I tell him. He said to me, where have you been? You need an urgent surgery. Infection and eat out all underneath your ribs. That's why you feel so much pain.
Blood fire.
I said, doctor, you know, say, I go KPH and them tell me, say, them can't do nothing to the bone. Me have to allow it to heal by itself. But true, we are the fool and the pain when me have feel and all of them things. That's why I'm come up here, so you know. You know, say, right before me see the doctor, and I have to pay $2,000, you know, to register, you know. And you know, say me pay the $2,000, then me go do the X-ray them and pay a portion of money for the X-ray. That was a Friday. The doctor looked for me before me go, when I come back with the X-ray and said to me, listen, you need an urgent surgery and we have to go pay, you have to go pay some money into this surgery stuff. You need to pay part of the money right now and by Monday me do your surgery. SouFLo.
Wait there. You need an urgent surgery, but you have to go pay for it first. And
that's what I'm going to get to the point and show you. Say if you don't have money in a Jamaica and stick, you have a dead.
All right.
So I'm going to show you what going now. $90,000 me pay right for spot. You understand what I say? Me not check the $2,000 and the X-ray them money in it yet, you know. $90,000 me pay right here so for spot. Then the doctor give me a letter and send me a one place for Hope Road when you're Manachan. Manachan have every iron to go in your body.
See.
So I go Manachan and I get the iron. And then the Sunday, I go back to UWI and then check me in the hospital. The Monday morning, 7 o'clock, I do my surgery. You hear me say? The Monday morning, 7 o'clock, I do my surgery. And I keep going to doctor. When I check up my bill, I $460,000 me pay. And I not feel no way, no SouFLo.
But you not save your life, brother.
I not feel no way, and I look into it and I say, watch ya. If me did follow them doctor and KPH, me dead. If me did follow them doctor and KPH, me dead. You know, see a lot of time me tell people this story.
So you see boom Dandamite situation.
Me know where boom Dandamite go through.
Oh God.
Me know where boom Dandamite go through. Boom Dandamite should have never went to that hospital.
And you know, so if that did happen to him in Florida, he would have still be alive.
He would have been alive.
Yeah, because it was a minor thing, really.
All right. You know, a lot of people tell me, say, like Jamaica, when me tell them my story, like what I tell you, them turn to me and say, them don't know how that act because the best doctors were at KPH. But this is the thing. When I go to uni, a trainee work for me, you know, but the professional doctor is there.
Right.
To see through the program.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm alive today.
Same.
Whether it's a trainee or not work on me.
Same.
But so when me hear the boom Dandamite dead and me hear what caused boom Dandamite dead, me blame it on the hospital.
Yeah.
And if it was America, you sue the hospital. Because a lot of people, me tell them, me say, you see what happened to me, me could have sued KPH.
I know, like a bit of people dead for over there, so you know, nobody can sue, you know. People go
because
over there and
guess what,
lose
that
them
is
baby.
Jamaica.
Yeah, people go over there and lose them baby and everything.
That is Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't sue the hospital when them wrong. You understand what I say, my general? It's like if you cannot sue the hospital when them wrong.
Madness.
And then again, you see, with university hospital, when you go there and you pay your first bit of money and them look after you and you walk out, you have a bill to keep paying until you finish. If you don't finish paying that bill, if you see again, you cannot go back to university because they're going to tell you that you have an outstanding balance and you're going to pay before a doctor see you. That's something when me go through, me know that there. Because I can tell you, my mother lives in Florida here. She 5 minutes from me. My mother was a nurse at university hospital. You understand what I say? I say, I feel it, the boom Dandamite SouFLo.
God no, man.
Boom Dandamite get so much. Get to you that eat food from Bounty Killer come right down. And because of doctor negligence, the man dead.
It's mostly negligence on the part of the medical institution in Jamaica where him go through.
Me I watch your video a while ago. You talk about your foot are bleeding. And I say, a lot of times we get cut and we not even know so we are bleeding. We never feel the blood.
Yeah.
You understand? And then still the number. Me have to know. Me have to call SouFLo and share that story. And me I tell you say, as God bear me witness, Mr. Me nearly 8 pages nearly kill me.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. I know, say you're glad you're all right too, cause.
Oh, yeah, say me general, man.
Yeah, but it's highlight. Right, thank you for sharing.
From 2014, I have metal in my hand.
In your hand?
I can remove it now, you know. I'm just, since weekend, I decided that I'm going to move it out because of my work, I start to feel some pain in my left hand from Saturday till now. So I decided to watch it. I know the metal and the hard work for me. But you know, ST work do a foreign, you have to be in an attic and you lift up unit and all of these things.
Right. But yeah, the good work, though, man. You have a skill trade.
Oh, yeah, say, man. From come to America, split AC work, me I do.
All right. Don't run for the road.
SouFLo, when I come to America, I sit down and I analyze it. When I just come to america, the first work, I'm going to be honest, first place I go hustle, I want car wash. And then I sit down at the car wash and I look, and I say, what the best paid in Florida? I mean, I say, but not air condition because Florida, Jamaica, we hot like a fire, everybody needs AC.
Yeah.
I'm never out of job.
Yeah, facts.
Even in a Christmas.
Facts.
We never out of job. I'm work all over Florida.
Facts. And them something I like here.
Work.
Yeah,
as far as Kendall in Miami.
Saying.
So, I choose a good trade.
Yes.
You understand what I say?
I know because when time my AC broke down, when the AC man them left me, I say, yo, I'm going in the wrong field because the amount of money when they take just now. When they left my house the other day when my whole system come out, $5 grand I have to spend to put in one whole unit back at the house. That's all I say.
Where you go through one company?
Yeah.
All right, that's the thing now. The company them, that same unit where you put in the $5,000. Man like me have a charge of 3,500.
For the unit and installment?
Yeah.
Well, it gone in already.
Man, no, Me know, so me just tell you because guess what now? When you go to a company, you got to pay them extra more.
See.
So when you have man like we out here now, we do our own thing. Because I work a lot of companies still, but I stop the job to me, you know.
Saying.
Me not time to none of them.
But me just put the number out there for make everybody know say your field is very lucrative, my friend. Me love here one time my brother them they here and waste no time and I use them time for something constructive. So me I say because I see how the thing go already, I yard already.
And guess what happened? It grieved my heart to when some Jamaicans come to America and don't wise up.
Yeah, and waste out them opportunities.
Worse it is, all right. I've seen a lot of things happen. I've seen man where a killer in a Jamaica get the chance to come overseas and still come and kill it. And I keep telling people, if you're a bad man in Jamaica and you're coming to America, leave the badness at airport.
All right, sir. Right,
America badness and Jamaica badness are two different badness.
Two different badness.
And you can never bad in America and think you get away. If you think you get away, you don't get away. Cops are building their case.
All right.
And when they do build their case and they grab you,
you can't come out.
You cannot come out because they have enough evidence against you.
Yeah, you have to go plead to something, snitch on somebody.
You have to go snitch.
Deal, do something.
Yeah, you have to go snitch.
Facts.
But a lot of these guys don't realize that.
Yeah, are we there for wise them up still in who are
listening? Listen.
What? Trust me, man. Some of them are listening. Enough of them not listen like how we would have want, but some are listening. So
even when me talk to someone at Jamaica, I may tell them, listen, everybody wants to come to America, but let me tell you this. You have to have that work ethic.
What could I kill you up here? You stay the ball.
If you don't have that work ethic, you're going to end up on the wrong side of the law.
Yes. Easy.
Here in America, it may work and pay bills. But you can make something up.
Yes, sir.
Me work hard when I was at Jamaica. I used to do construction work until I used to paint. I used to paint for the government. I used to paint all the police station and I paint average courthouse. I'm going to come to America and I can tell anybody, me no work hard at Jamaica. America, I come work hard. You understand what I say? But when we talk to them, you just certain way, them feel like you're bad mind and them no want you come a foreign.
Foreign, you're going like foreign a field.
You're going like foreign a field.
So, we're going to keep on trying though because some out there for save, you know? Yeah, some out there for save, man, where we listen. So we have to reach them still. Who don't want to listen, don't want to listen. We will see what happened to them still. But we'll keep trying. Here, brother. Thank you.
Big up yourself.
Manners and respect to you and continue being a positive
person. A long time I watch you.
All right,
I'm going to rate you down to the ground more often.
Manners and respect every time.
You're the only YouTuber I feel like would have link. I see me link you.
John, no.
Never save your number.
Manners.
Manners with general.
Yes. All right. All of one reasoning with a brother sounds good, right? But man, it's if Jamaican people just listen to me about the healthcare system. Enough of we dead, you know, in the hospital, you know. Cause them just give a little habadash. One more call live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
Blessed man. This is King Abuja.
Sir.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So SouFLo, I have to share this experience with you, SouFLo. Let me tell you something, SouFLo. I used to work in Montego Bay into a hotel as a restaurant, you know, one of a 5-star restaurant named Julia's Italian restaurant in a Bogill. It was 500 feet above sea level, overlooking Montego Bay. So I was working as a waiter.
Right.
And I started feeling pain in my chest, SouFLo. Sometimes my chest is up and puff, up and puff. So when my brethren recommend me to a doctor, I said, he's a good doctor in Montego Bay. When I went down there, the doctor, they do an EKG. So when they do the EKG, every minute you go back to the test, the intern left the EKG result in yard. Some said that why when we said the do your yard, you know, put that your yard. I mean chest they kill me and so from me to walk and I use the hand too and they hold the chest. The chest they kill me. So when the man finally take the result so far, he called me and said must come to the office right now. He said that. He said that when I finish work here at 5 o'clock, he said no, tell the boss because he come right now. So when I reached down there anyway, he said to me, do you have a family member in Manchester? I said no. He said, you have friends? He said, yes. He said, give me the number. He said, what happened that? He said, listen to me, you have to admit in Carter Original right now. He said, why? The man said to me, I have a hole in my heart and my heart is weak.
Rotted.
So, and now my heart start beat. It made me go pop, pop, pop. So I said, hold on that. We used to work for a lady in Falmouth who's a nurse. Her husband was a superintendent at COUNCILMAN. So we go to and call her. And we call her auntie and say, auntie, we have a problem. And auntie said, how you found so? So he said to me, well, he said, you know, so go to the doctor said, we have a wound in my heart and knee. And I have to do an emergency surgery. And he said, tell the man, say your car, your family member come out, take a taxi and come and call me right now. And do that. I will reach that the Falmouth. Yeah, me come out and go to one car and take a taxi and reach up. And then my auntie came down, doctor name, Dr. Bedasi. So the only thing the lady do when I go inside the office, take off my shirt and knock my chest. I said, nothing to your heart. I feel to up on your chest.
A what?
Flames. The only thing she prescribed for me is Dandamite. And SouFLo, for the past 20 years, nothing ever do me again.
So wait.
Dandamite.
Phlegm. So hold on there. Like Granny said, little tea and constant tea would help you.
Yes, so it's like an ulcer you have on the stomach. No.
What a heart surgery then do they give you?
Yes, and the man said me have a hole in my heart, SouFLo. I tell you, sometimes you have to take a second check SouFLo. Just tell you, brother. And every day me share that story, I repeat with a brother, because I said, John, them doctor are easy, brother. You understand me? And I want for money in my charge, and they try to do me work in a hotel for 4 years. I'm going to play in around to pay for it on my life.
That's why I'm afraid of them, you know.
Yeah, man. Never forget, man.
Brother,
you know?
Yes, so you still drink tea and these things?
Oh, dear, man, I pay bush tea in the drink, man.
All right, son, keep that off of your chest. Right,
yeah, man.
Thanks for sharing here.
All right, bless
all right, manners. The man said, well, whole heart surgery, then no give him tell him about there's a hole in your heart and you need an emergency surgery. You know what I think about some doctors? When they see you walking, they start deciding, let me talk to him for about 5 minutes and see if this person has any level of intelligence. And if you seem like you are oblivious to what's going on and here, doc, take me as I am, do as you please kind of person, because some people do that. They go in there and then just lay down at the foot of a doctor. I am at your mercy kind of thing, like you don't know nothing. Them the people I think they look at and they're like, well, I got this family trip coming up to Europe. I need to finance that. My boat needs to be paid off. And my Mercedes Benz and the wife Cadillac, those, we can pay off all of that with this one surgery. Come here, you have a hole in your heart. You need an emergency heart surgery. Yo, I'm afraid. I'm afraid a doctor you're rotted. I'm afraid. Every time I go in there, I feel like I might not make it out. But anyhow, doctor saw a swimming pool coming in. Yeah, we need to install a swimming pool in the backyard. Make sure it's one of the gated, fenced-in ones. Yeah, extra deep on the deep end on these things. Yeah, aqua blue. We need wicked people, man. Wicked people. But let's go check out this politician, though. We're not taking no more phone calls. We're pushing up on the hour. Let's check out this politician that got caught. And because I also want to get into the message that Christopher Tufton left for our nurses. So here he is. This is a politician that got caught sleeping in his car with 2 crack pipes. His interaction with the police and all that. The story is not made up, it is very real. Let me see if I can make the screen big. Bam. Okay, screen is full. Play. Bam. No sound? Oh, we're not plugged up to sound. Hold on. Pause. I want you to hear it with sound. We're not plugged up to sound. Sound right there. Okay, here we go. All right. And go. Still no sound. The hell? Why is no sound? You know what? I don't know why there's no sound. We're gonna watch it without the sound because that's what we got to go off of. But that's him. The police is asking him, yo, you all right? Step out of the vehicle. What? You sleep, you're sounding like you're struggling to breathe. And then they're saying to him, like, what was that in your hand? You had a crack pipe in your hand.
Yes. You didn't have anything else on you?
I had the pipe.
Any crack in the car?
No.
You smoked crack?
What's that?
Yeah, you smoked the crack? Is that what happened?
No. That was much earlier. I was getting my hands out of my pockets, putting everything away, just trying to get everything squared away for court.
You smoked it earlier before court?
No, earlier. Before it was in my pocket.
Earlier when?
I said smoked it earlier at my house.
What's your name?
Matt Bradley.
And you're an attorney?
Yes, I'm a councilman in Cranston.
And you're a councilman in Cranston?
Yes, I am.
You're a councilman in Cranston, smoking crack with crack on you.
I mean, you're not going to be there all day. You'll be in and out.
I'm going to keep your wallet with me. I have your phone already. You want me to throw this stuff in the car real quick? Sure. All right. Just step on in here. I'll buckle you up. Oh, wait.
Yeah, who's going to?
Yo, okay, so the sound didn't start until later. That they just gave you the body cam of them waking him up. Bro was out of there. He in there lamping, mouth open and everything. He was breathing heavy. You know when somebody got sleep apnea and they're fighting to breathe? Snoring and everything. So what's going on, officer? You guys all right? How you doing?
I'm recording, so I dozed off on that.
You dozed off?
Yes.
You didn't have anything else on you?
I had the pipe.
I had the pipe.
Any crack in the car?
No.
You smoked crack?
What's that?
Yeah, you smoked the crack? Is that what happened?
No. That was much earlier. I was
That's
getting
funny.
my hands out of my pockets, putting everything away, just trying to get.
Earlier
You
when?
smoked the crack?
I said smoked it earlier
I smoked it
at
earlier.
my house.
What's your name?
Matt Bradley.
And you're an attorney?
Yes, I'm a councilman in Cranston.
And you're a councilman in Cranston?
Yes, I am.
You're a councilman in Cranston, smoking crack with crack on you. What do you think the constituents would say? I know what I'm going to say, but, I'm going to refrain from it. But
I've been clean for 13 years. I went through really bad divorce recently when I did relapse.
Oh man, poor guy. No. I'm compassionate, regardless. I know that if that was the police pulling over a black politician and he was laying in his y'all work through this with me, right? So here you are, a black politician. You getting pulled over, or not pulled over, they're knocking on your window. You got two crack pipes, not one, but two, just to show your allegiance to the crack. You got you going in hard. It's an all team of all white police officers, and I hate to make this a bit racial, but we already know this was not gonna turn out any kind of way. Bob Cosmic says, SouFLo, you are Republican. Bro, I'm not Republican or Democrat. This person right here is actually a Republican. This is a Republican councilman. He's a Republican politician, a prominent politician, and an attorney. So no, I'm not Republican or Democrat, right? Y'all send me a Republican because you feel like say him is a Democrat. No, this is a Republican too. But now you know. It would have got ugly as hell had it been a black man. But allegiance to the crack, he got 2 pipes. I'm going in hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting both. Left, right, left. Oh, hot box in the car and fell out with the fat. But like I said, man, we laugh. I make serious thing, take serious thing, make joke. But the man said he relapsed after 13 years of being clean because he just went through a horrible divorce. Divorce can rough for man, you know. Your wife gone, your house gone, your picnic them gone, because the states usually award wifey the house if she's been living there long enough. The judge is gonna say these children, I'm not gonna disrupt these children's life because you 2 adults can't work your stuff out. So you, Mr. SouFLo, you're gonna have to go find somewhere else to make your primary residence. But these children, little Joey goes to football practice just 4 blocks over from this home. I'm supposed to uproot him and send him to a new neighborhood for his mom to go have to search for some place to live. And now he's going to have to go make all new friends, go to school in a new school district, all this other stuff. So the judge usually goes, you're the one that goes. How long has she been living here? How long has the children been living? Oh, this is their home. This is this is their home. Yo, nothing like this for money, no. This is their home. Your house just left. She just left, and she probably left on some, I don't know. It's not you. It's me. I'm sorry. I'm just not in love with you anymore. You know, at that time, my big dick John, she like she moving on. She don't care. You know, the John hit a couple of times, and she like, you ain't did that in years. He made me feel electricity. I have to end this marriage. So it's not you. It's me. You know, and I feel bad about this, but babe, I'm gonna have to leave you instead of staying here in a marriage that has no love in it, that kind of thing. There goes your house. There goes your kids. There goes your wife. There goes the alimony payments. There goes the child support payments. Your bank account start look like this. Yo, your bank account used to be like, well, now your bank account looking like it's going through something. All them zeros and no digits before the zeros, just 0 your balance every month. It could drive a man, man. It could drive a man. I know one dude that got on the highway here in Miami, not in Miami, in Florida here on I-95. Red get on the highway and start the 100 and something max out him car speed limit and no seatbelt on, just don't care, and he's just crying and driving fast, and he's hoping to crash. Right? The man I hope for crashing up. And when he's explaining it to us, he was like, you don't know why God saved him and all these other things. I'm thinking, damn, that's a rough way to go though. Because next thing you know, you flip through the windscreen, you broke your neck, you're paralyzed from the neck down, you're stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. You can't even cough right or wipe your own body when you take a shit. But that's not the way to go. So shout out to all the men out there who goes through it. Shout out to the women, too, who put them through it. Shout out to my ribs. Shout out to the men who goes through it and the women who put them through it. But stay away from the crack pipes, fam. And stay away from speeding down the highway 100 and something miles per hour, because that ain't the way to go, too. You know? I seen a story of the dude that tried to kill himself after a divorce. He was on the 40-something. No, he was on like 11 or 12th floor building and jumped. It wasn't even that high, and jumped, right? Jumped off the balcony like he was going to kill himself. Well, he's paralyzed from the upper chest down. Now, he don't even have tenodesis in his arms. He has nothing to even operate in wheelchair. So he operates the wheelchair out of a straw and blows it in directions that he wants to go and all that, right? You know where they put this man? They got him a condo on like some high-rise building in Miami. I think he's like on the 100th floor of the and the camera people went up there and they're like, yo, beautiful panoramic view up here. And you know what he said in the chair? He said in the chair, and he was like this. He was like, it's funny that I'm up here, but even if I wanted to, because they asked him, they say, you attempted suicide before, man, and you failed, right? And I'm thinking it's because you weren't high enough, but now look at how high you're at. And he was like, yeah, and it's funny because now they're like, have you ever thought of it, being this high up? He says, yeah, I have, but I can't even drive myself to jump now. So I just got to stay here and wait for somebody to... Fellas, I know it gets rough out there for us. Anyways, our last topic for the morning. I'm going to send this one out with a message, right, to our Minister of Health. Okay, so if you don't love it, leave it. That's how Dr. Christopher Tufton talked to our nurses. If you don't love it, leave it. Run through the article real quick, courtesy of the Gleaner, and then we're going to give our 2 cents and close out for the morning. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has issued a stern warning for the nurses in Jamaica to quit if they do not love their jobs and if they're more motivated by pay than by empathy and compassion for the patients they serve. Easy to say when your salary is a multi-million-dollar salary just top up. Anyhow, the minister's statement was delivered at the 9th annual striping ceremony for the University of Technology Caribbean School of Nursing at the St. John's Methodist Hall in Montego Bay on Friday. I say to you, he said, as students, make sure you love what you do. And if you don't love it, leave it. The only way you're going to practice with compassion is if your heart and your soul is into it and it's not for the money. Tufton told the 260 nursing students that were participating in the ceremony. Now, first of all, let me stop and say something. Not one of us ever go to school and be like, yeah, I picked this career choice because, they don't pay much, but I just love doing it. So I'm going to go to school for these 4 years, earn this degree, go off into my field, learn hands-on experience and everything. I'll be all right if I can't pay my bills at the end of the month. I'll be okay if I can't really afford transportation, clothing, food, and shelter, and all this other stuff. I'm just so passionate at what I do. I'll be all right. I could almost do this for free. I don't know not one person that ever says that. Matter of fact, I know people that are into stuff, but when they find out how much it makes, they switch career choices when choosing what to go to school for. Nobody wants to invest all that and then get out and can't even survive off of it, right? So this kind of talk is like he is talking to dummies. Yeah, being a nurse is something prestigious. It's also something that's honorable because you give back in such a way, right? You take care of the ill of our society. You take care of people who really need help. But you don't want to be doing it and not be able to take care of your own self and your family. And I'm sure Dr. Christopher Tufton would not be in his position if it was the lowest paid position in government and it was a little bit of money. Anyhow, while acknowledging that patients can often be abusive to medical personnel, Tufton said that nurses must be able to counter that treatment of "go suck your mother," counter that with professionalism. I agree. We live in a society today where brutish behavior is more of the rule than the exception. And if you approach your profession with a standpoint of being just about the paycheck, you're not going to be able to deal with the customer from hell. The most disagreeable client you can come across. Now, mind you, that's one every now and then. That's not like, well, he's painting a picture like this is everybody and this is what you're going to encounter on a daily basis, multiple people. I'll do a Jamaica still, so it depends on where you work. It could be like that for you. If you don't have the right approach, a fight will break out in the hospital, and we've had a few of those. If you don't appreciate what you're dealing with, a society where, unfortunately, law and order and good behavior are more the exceptions than the rule, it becomes that much more of a stress and a strain on you, added Christopher Tufton. Let me be let me be balanced in my approach here by saying this. And I tell people this all the time too. If you choose something to make a career out of it because you're strictly money motivated, you could actually wake up every day going to work crying before you even get up out of your bed, because you're getting up every day to do something that you hate to do. But sometimes money justifies things. And I'm not all about money, but if I'm cursing all the way to work to $100,000 salary and I'm like, yeah, I just hate this Ross job, I hate everybody, and I can say I'm a dirty boss. If me that mad somebody, I'm gonna shoot up the whole place with all them in there, and then when you get outside, you have to put on your morning face and go in. Good morning, Mr. James. How you doing this morning? All right, all right. Hey, Miss Smith, you doing all right? All I thinking, bitch, I can't stand her. I say, yes, Miss Smith. Yeah, you too. God bless you. All right, then. Okay. Yeah, Tara, say I can't. You all of them. But your salary, your paycheck says, do it again. Do it again. So you actually start finding fun in doing this. Like, yo, me hate him, I can't stand the dirty boy. I see him think like shit. Yo, move your blood clot. I'm like, good morning, Mr. James. All right. Hey, the company's what? The potluck? No, I won't be here. I have a a dental surgery is scheduled for that day. You know what? Nothing for them from them. I'll always come to work full of dog here. Probably I go have dog here and I food and something. You know them potluck there with them. You bring the jerk chicken because you're Jamaican. I'll bring the potato salad, and the potato salad come with all kind of sitting in there where you never seen a potato salad before. Them kind of something there. But the paycheck makes it worth it. The paycheck make it worth it, right? But if you're going to a job that you absolutely love, you could end up hating something that you really, really love. I want to be a compassionate, loving, caring, kind, giving person. I think being in the field of nursing is the thing for me. Oh, what is? Blood, fire, eviction notice upon your door. Your landlord will show up in person now. I have one hand pan in zipper. Well, we can work out something, because I look like this renting, I kill you. Yeah, we can. You know, the Jamaican landlord, let's say, one hand pan him zip. Yeah, you can work out something, Miss Smith. Yeah, man. Can work. I'm like a nurse uniform and them thing that too. Watch them. Yeah. Half a rent, no rent. It depends on how good you are still. The little thing when me have a little proposal for you and them something there. You have to run from a landlord car, and live them the kind of life there. You have car and you can't drive it because you can't put gas in it, so you have to go up on the bus now. Why? Listen, loving what you do and getting paid nothing to do it, that's for the birds. That's for the birds. So stop telling people about them must love what them do and everything else will fall into place. And no, make my paycheck okay and everything else will fall into place. In a nice one time you come home and we are eat chicken 7 days a week. And some of my mother didn't stay up, but mommy had to budget up our thing, right? And I respect her for that because she had to tighten our belt. But it's chicken every day. Is fried chicken Monday and jerk chicken Tuesday and curry chicken Wednesday and chicken soup Thursday and baked chicken Friday and blood clot chicken. Hear me and my brother and my sister where I say, if me eat one more Ross clot piece of chicken, me I'll grow wing and baked chicken around here, but we didn't let her know that. We used to say it to ourselves. But who wants to live like that though? Nobody know I name chicken every day, Mr. Tufton. Sir, we want some good life too. Like a steak and shrimps and some lobster every now and then. And a weekend away on the North Coast with our honey boo and the children and these things. Some good life, not true? And a tourist alone for flying to Jamaica comes to good life. The nurse them should be able to afford that too. If you don't have the right approach, a fight will break out in the hospital. And we have had a few of those happen before. Tap your knives, man. Tap your knives. It's like saying if you go to the mechanic, the car might drop down upon the mechanic and the lift might stop work. And we don't want to hear that. Just tap up the people them pay, brother. Tap up them pay. The man said the most high profile row at a public health facility was last year, December. A bus stop between then the People's National Party councillor, Carrie Douglas, and a doctor at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. Douglas was there seeking medical intervention for her son, whose health was ruled as a non-emergency. At triage, The counselor unleashed an expletive-laden tirade and stormed into the doctor's examination room and prevented her from leaving. Don't do that in America. It's called kidnapping. Anytime you block a doorway and prevent someone from taking themselves to another location, it is called kidnapping. Anytime you forcibly remove someone from here over a couple of feet over to there, that's called kidnapping as well. Don't do it here. Can do them something there at Jamaica though. Plus who she was. Though Douglas' conduct sparked outrage, she received support in some quarters from critics who described many medical personnel as uncaring and hostile. And that is how a lot of Jamaican people actually view some of these nurses. Take the call here, our last call for the morning. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, you coming on back tomorrow, man?
Yes, sir. I'll be right here tomorrow if God spare my life.
All right, you want me, boy? Listen down here and listen to you, brother. I like how you talk, man. So, like, just for the last call for the morning.
Yes.
I'm going to hit you back early tomorrow, man, because I like how you talk, man.
All right,
Yeah,
sir.
see.
Manners and respect, sir.
Yeah.
And I'll see you tomorrow morning
All right.
if God spare life. All right.
All right, yeah, take care, man.
All right. You know, the things that you're taught growing up, you see, the things that you're taught growing up will really stick with you. I'm leaving with this morning. Two things. One, Mr. Tufton, stop the long talk and be an advocate for our nurses. They will respect you more, and so will we, the people. Because when you don't talk to them like you're a big boss and them are nobody, and we go there, go get the face, right? It's like when I landed in Jamaica and the girl behind the counter, and me happy because me reach home and me just fly in from foreign. My money good. And I'm trying to change out some money. And she's like this. See me out the glass. Me say, what I'm to you, why you not smile? Smile, man. You have stuff to be thankful for, she said. Nothing there for smile about, sir. You want to change some money or what? Do you want to change some money? I said, damn, what a greeting. So I say, all right, let me change out that a little 200 US and come out that way. Because people have stress. Nothing there for smile about, sir. Do you want to change some money or what? In our mind, the whole face says, fuck, you turn up on my window and tell me about smile for. Can't stand them, see? But anyhow, yeah. Treat the nurse them better, and then we treat the people them better. Just like your boss said, we can't expect Uno to perform proper if Uno pay is weak. Same thing. Uno can't expect big smile and nice attitude every day if the nurse them can barely get by on the salaries that they are being paid. It goes both ways, sir. It goes for everybody, straight across the board. Not just for Andrew Holness and you and the cronies, right? And let's leave this morning with this. Be careful what y'all teaching young people. You hear? Because when you hear me say something every day, see you tomorrow morning if God spare my life. That is what my grandmother used to say. And my grandfather used to say it too. See you tomorrow morning if God spare my life. What that tells me is from a little and I grow me idea on my knee, me no control tomorrow. So me can't promise me I go see you tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is promised to no man, right? All right. So if God spare my life tonight till tomorrow, I will see you all tomorrow again. Manners and respect to each and every one of you for tuning in. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow if God spare my life. I'm out. Peace.